Alrighty, we are looking for the maximum flow in these networks, and we can do this two ways, by inspection and a minimal cut method, and I'm going to show you both so that you've got a good idea of just what it is that you're doing and a good opportunity to answer any questions like this that come up. So if we're starting here with our reservoir, we've got each of our edges here and they have the maximum flow that they can take down into our sink. And by inspection, we're just looking to see how much each of these can actually get from the different edges that lead into them. So, for example, this edge has 200 and then 200, so we can actually meet that whole number there. And then similarly here, we've got the 200 going into 200, this one is met, and the 300, 300, this one is met. So our maximum flow then, or our full capacity, would be the 200 plus the 200 plus the 300, and that gets us that 700. Now with the minimal cut method, what you're doing is you're cutting the network in half at different places to see what it is. So if we cut it in half here, our reservoir is completely separated from our sink, and then what we're doing is we're adding up any of the edges that move through that cut. So again, this one would be 200, 200, 300, and that number would be 700 for that cut. If we cut it here, we've got going into it and then out of that cut is 200, 200, 300, 700. You could cut it completely in half there, and you got 200, 200, 300. You could cut it in half that way, 200, 200, 300, but no matter where you're cutting this, it's always 700. Okay, so that cut is going to equal that what we got through inspection. Let's have a look at that in a different network, for example, this one. So with this one, we have the maximum that can travel along this edge is 23, but 16 on here. Now 16 is smaller than 23, so we're going to get all of that. Okay, but in this instance we've got 27 coming into here, but and a capacity for 34, but we can't meet 34 because we only have 27 coming in. So we can't meet that, we can only meet the 27. So if we take our 27 and we add on our 16, we end up with 43. So we're getting 43 here. Now that was by inspection and just checking each of the lines coming into our sink. Now if we do the minimal cut, again you want to cut it in half, so we could cut it in half here and we would have 23 and 27. Well, I know that's bigger than that, so that's not the minimal cut. If I cut it in half here, I'm going to have 16 and 34 going in and out, and I know that 16 plus 34 is not the minimal cut. If I cut it in half here, I've got the 23 and the 34 going in and out, and I know that that is not the minimal cut. But if I cut it in half this way, I'm going to get the 27 and the 16, and this is the minimal cut. And the minimal cut gives us the maximum flow that can make it to our sink, being 43. I'll make some more videos to show you some more examples. You can go and find those on my site. Thanks for watching.